What's happening? This is a Varla Eagle 1. Varla, the company that really out 010x'd the 010X. They really did a great job with their service. Apparently support some extras that they typically include, and they've done really well. And thank you, Varla, for sending this my way. Of course, you're going to see, just like you always do, Electron Surfer, unbiased review and unbiased unboxing. I don't know what that means, but anyway, there were 4 of these nylon straps on the box. The UPS guy was nice enough to drag the box along the ground and deposit 2 of those in the street that I found the next day. Anyway, so I try to unbox stuff using the tools supplied as much as I can. I'm going to give you that feedback. But at a certain point, having your own tools is always going to be a little bit easier than what's supplied typically. The box arrived in good shape. It's pretty, self-explanatory. Obviously, it's pretty obvious what's inside of it. So if you're somebody who lives in an area that you're worried about that, maybe you need to make sure you're home when the delivery arrives. Oh boy. Oh, okay. So that is the deal. Very much like the way 010X was boxed when I had a number of those. But this is the Varla Eagle 1. A couple things here on top. The steering, basically the stem, is sitting on top of this one piece of the box. So you really have to pull the stem up, in my opinion, with these types of boxes. If you try to take the scooter out all at once, you're kind of wrestling, and it's better to just kind of take this out piece by piece. There's a foam block on either end of the box. Watch my video. I'll be posting about recycling this rigid block styrofoam. There's some places to do it. It's pretty awesome. All right, stem goes up. With these style of scooters, you always have to attach the handlebars onto the stem because the handlebars don't collapse. Just couldn't do it sideways. In the top of the box here, we got some, interesting, OXO little ankle caps. So you can put these on to lose them if you want. Fun little stickers on top. And the proverbial multi-tool that I've seen with a lot of these. This is a basic multi-tool. It'll work with everything we're going to need to do to put these handlebars on. And this is one thing I was really looking forward to, is I knew Varla did this. So when you get a Varla, you just get some stuff that you don't get with some of the other companies selling the same scooter, because this is maybe the most copied platform of a scooter. I'm going to wait to show you this. So they include some grip, some replacement grip tape surfaces for the deck. Just, there's some little things go a long ways in an industry where there's a lot of similarity between the products. The only thing I don't like about this block styrofoam is it does tend to make a little bit of a mess when you're doing this part. I like to just put everything back in the box, knowing that I want to keep this box around for at least a little bit of time, depending on the manufacturer's recommendation, and just in case something's wrong. It happens occasionally. All right, so got the box moved out of the way. Nice manual. I'll see if there's any. I'm going to flip it through. I'm going to just tell you if there's anything that's really earth-shattering in there. I like that it has the P settings in the manual, so you know what the default is and what you can change it to. So a couple of the other extras that come with it. It comes with a tube. Nice touch, Varla. I mean, come on. That should really be standard for everybody. That's great. It's awesome, but that really should just be what is included. Couple other grip tape decks, kind of a dark flag sort of pattern. Kind of a fun graffiti looking style. And then the one that's on it, which is like that, like the flaming skull. And I actually like this because you get consistent, you get grip all over the deck surface versus just the strips. The bad part is if you do have to get into the deck, which shouldn't be frequent, the screws are accessible through this. That's really when you end up having to replace this. So again, it's nice, but also functional that it's helping you for maintenance down the road without having to, get a part to be able to get your scooter back on the road. I'm going to set up the handlebars really quickly. It's basically the same sort of cap as a bike. And what I'm going to do, I'm all about making things easy on myself. So we're going to do it down here. All right, you're going to need a 4mm Allen wrench, or the part of that tool that came with you. I'm going to use my own Allen wrench. You basically have to take the 4 top cap bolts out. So the thing you need to remember is the display is on the right, trigger's on the right. So we have to orient the handlebar properly. They rotate a lot of the stuff on the bars to accommodate shipping size. So if you just kind of get the handlebars on there in the right orientation, then you're gonna have to move everything on the handlebars around to fit yourself. The trick with this is to get 2 bolts in, and you put the other ones in. And the key is on these stem caps, you want the gap around the sides to all be the same. And you want to tighten in a pattern. You don't want to go the same direction. You want to cross over so you get equal pressure on the sides. Basically, that's the unboxing, right? All I had to do was put on the handlebars. Pretty dang easy. At this point, give it a full charge. Make sure your brakes are in a good spot and everything's tight on the handlebars, and then do at least a short ride. And then my suggestion is fine tune some of those adjustments on the handlebars, maybe even ride around with your tool, and just get some of that stuff dialed in. Then go out and ride it, man. That's what you got this thing for, is to ride. And I got so jazzed I just spit. So this might be the most copied scooter platform there is. There's Apollo, some of the Cabos, there's Zero, there's some turbo wheels there's just a bunch that share the same platform, and what really separates them is the companies that stand behind them. And Varla's been doing a great job from everything I've heard. If you were familiar with the 010Xs, this scooter kind of fits in between 2 of the models there, because you have the base battery, 52 volts, 18.2 amp hours, unlabeled cells, but then you have the Zoom hydraulic disc brakes, which some of the other companies selling the same scooter, you could only get the mechanical brakes in that format. Everything looks good. I'm going to check all the bolts. So I recommend what you do to take 10 or 15 minutes right now when it's clean. Just go through, check everything. Show you a look at the deck. Pretty slick looking. Put in the key, turn on. Make sure the voltmeter is working properly. And make sure your voltage is not at some crazy low voltage that indicate you have a battery problem, like below 0%. So I'll put that number on the screen. And also make sure your display fires up and have no error codes around the top. It looks like we're good to go here, ready to roll. All we got to do is turn it into miles or learn how to do kilometers better. And let's roll. Let's do it.